And to discuss more, we want to bring in a former NYPD officer, Bill Stanton, and a security expert. So, Bill, thanks so much for being here in person on a Saturday. We appreciate it. So these new security measures that we're all talking about, you know, obviously we hope that it's going to go all the way as far as it can go in terms of throwing everything that they can at this event.
Well, I don't think it's so much new security measures as much as now they're doing what they were supposed to be doing from the get-go. After that report came out, which was scathing, they're upping their game, and I would venture to say Butler, Pennsylvania is probably the safest place on earth to be right now.
Right. As we watched that video from July and we were sitting here together watching it on screen, I'm just curious what was going through your mind? Because every time you watch it, when we just slow down and we're quiet and we watch it for a second, when it's not the noise of the background, you just watch those moments happen. What were you thinking then and now?
Totally avoidable. I couldn't believe what I was watching because, you know, it's hard to criticize any agent that's willing to put their life on the line.
Sure.
So I blame the complainant leadership for allowing that to happen. You know, my understanding is it wasn't regular Secret Service. It was jobbed out to other agents where their training on executive protection was maybe a 2-hour course on video. That's why they were up on that stage for an epic amount of time in my game. They should have got him out and extracted. And then when they tried to get him out, the gate was locked. Failure after failure, which makes you think, where else is this happening?
So, right, that's a very good point. And as we take a look at what's happening today, it's not just the former president that needs protection. We've got these high-profile names, Elon Musk, but of course his children, Eric and his wife, Laura, and other, you know, top officials are going to be there. And of course, the people that are coming back to watch all of this, including some of the victims' family members.
Right, and they're all going to be there, and they're all going to be watched. They will have, not to give away too much, but they will have undercovers dispersed throughout, you know, watching the crowd from without, with drones, counter snipers, and within the crowd itself.
Now, those people, will they get special protection, or they're just going to, everybody's going to have extra eyes on them, or will, like Eric and Laura Trump, have their own detail?
Yes, the children have their own detail, but they will blend in with the larger detail, as opposed to Elon, which I'm sure has a Tier 1 protection team around him. They will not be allowed in. You know, they don't want too many weapons. Elon may have a body man, one person, but he'll be unarmed because they want to know what all the players are on the field. And the Secret Service now has that protective dome around, so they don't want anybody else.
You know, you mentioned that bipartisan task force calling for more transparency. We've been talking about some of the things that went wrong. They're taking a look at some things that did go okay. But when we're talking about the Secret Service and what went on in July, the Secret Service Director, Kimberly Cheadle, stepped down following all the scrutiny. So I guess the question is, you know, how has the assassination attempt changed how the Secret Service operates? We know that changes have been made. We're talking about extra security. What are you hearing? What do you think should be happening?
Well, the first thing that gets me angry is you see with government across the board, something goes wrong, we need more money. No, you need to be more efficient. You need to be applying the money where it needs to go, to the agents in the field, to proper training, et cetera. And just because the number one got taken away, it's toxic leadership from the top down. The rank and file want to do their job. It's the supervisors and the complacency. That's where I have an issue, and that needs to be audited.
You know, after this happened, I interviewed a couple of former female Secret Service agents who were really upset about how female Secret Service agents had been portrayed. Obviously, anybody that has worked in law enforcement keeping a very close eye on this. But what do you say to the people who, you said, like, they want to do their job? And so many everybody does their job well for the most part when we watch everything that has happened. What do you say to those who are the rank and file as they move forward in this kind of new reality?
Well, accept the job that you know you're trained for. You'll never rise to the occasion. Know that you have the training. They're advancing people, not necessarily based on skill, but whatever their label is. You know, whether they're a female, a certain color, a certain religion. Get the proper training, know your skill set, and that will keep you safe and the person you're protecting safe.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.